Greetings all, Anna here for Aries' weekly message. Aries, the first card that came out for you is the Four of Cups in reverse. And as an ambulance streams down my road, do not be afraid to ask and most importantly, accept help. When we get up in the ego and the mentality that we have to have the entire credit for everything that we have done, we overwork and exhaust ourselves, and I am the queen of doing so, as evident from my hand right now. You can only do so much in a single day, and sometimes you really do need to rely on someone else, and that can be very hard, especially if you have the idea and the mentality that you have to be the one to create everything. The Queen of Wands stands unequal with her king because she has the ability to look at the perspectives, mindsets, mentalities, and ambitions that give them their fiery passions in a different way than her counterpart. They work to balance each other out. You have the Knight of Swords coming out as well. This could be a mental war where you feeling like you have to be the one to bear that burden to create your dream reality, especially if it's something like starting your own business, creating a YouTube channel, or just stepping up in any way into the public eye. It is going to take a lot of work to present yourself, especially in a way that is attractive to people to continue to do your work. And I don't mean make yourself presentable or idealized for other people for the sake of continuing that work, but that is the goal, to have people like you, to have people enjoy what it is that you do so that they continue to come back. And sometimes if you feel like you have to be the one that has all the credit for it, it won't be authentic and it won't be true. Imposter syndrome coming in. You have the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Cups. It is a stressful situation, my love, and there is something more. There is someone more that is ready to accept and help you. But perhaps the situation, the way you're looking at the situation, maybe not the situation itself, but the eyes that you're seeing the situation in, is painted in a negative light. And what I mean by that is, you know the phrase rose-colored glasses? It puts a film over your eyes so you don't see the red flags. And similarly, if you look at the world with completely red glasses, then everything looks dark. Everything looks like it's going to hurt you. And that would make you very reserved. And I understand that. You would want to seclude yourself because it's exhausting. Because being in all of that energy and influence of other people, it wears you down, and you're like, is this something that I can even really take credit for? And yes, absolutely, you can take credit for that, but my love, it takes a tribe to raise a child. It takes a village. You cannot do everything by yourself, and we're not meant to. We're meant to reach out to people who are similar or different from us with the intention of understanding, of learning, of growing. You have true offering. True offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. So that stress, that anxiety, that ego that feels like you have to be the one to 100% it the first time through, release that. Offer it to spirit, because it is frankly a toxic mentality. You have to start working, make mistakes, learn from them, reorient, shift how you're working on things. When you offer everything to the divine with true attachment, you begin a love affair with spirit. And I love the continuity between these cards of you releasing the wish, and then through co-creation, you become the wish. And what I mean through co-creation is, well, exactly that. Speaking to spirit about what it is you want, what it is you're trying to desire and bring into this world. And with outrageous openness, be ready to accept their help, accept their influence, and accept that it is going to be different from what you have initially said. because you co-create, which means spirit has their own influence, ideas, and direction that your life is going to be going through. So acceptance and clearing is coming out because this is what we are moving into. Accepting help, accepting aid, accepting that we do not have all the answers, and clearing the doubt and shame that builds up in our system, because absolutely we have doubt and shame. We have doubt that we are on the right path. We have shame of the mistakes that we have made, shame of the things that we have not done, doubt that we have wasted our time. Coming to life, my love. You're coming into a new era of yourself. And I literally believe tomorrow is the new moon. And that's on the 7th, which is the number of luck and change. So this is your time tonight, tomorrow, whenever you feel comfortable. Say what you need to say to release what is having you stuck in this mud. Painful memories of your past coming to light is not here to remind you of the wounds. They're coming up to be acknowledged and released so you can move forward without that baggage, my love, because it has continued to weigh you down, toxify your life, and poison the work that you are doing now to improve yourself. And that is the point of the 8 of Cups, is to walk away from baggage, situations that we no longer resonate with. You do not have to accept every single cup that is presented to you, but there are some that are meant to be shared, reveled in your light and energy, and enjoyed by you. This is where your discernment and intuition comes from, and that trust comes it's very difficult, because you have to learn to trust something that we have been taught and programmed is inherently wrong. Yourself, your inner knowing, your higher self, your intuition. These are all things that we naturally have access to, but society says if you cannot see it, feel it, or it's not physical or tangible, it is not real. And that is not how spirit works. Their compass is different from our own. Their timeline is different from our own. They speak to us through signs, symbols, synchronicities, and subtle pushes in our bodies that tell us something is off. When our emotions are high, that is a tell, because all emotions are energy in motion. Your inner child is asking to be healed. The child self, who you were when wounds occurred, who you were when things shifted. You have stepped into a wizard of awareness state where you are looking at the world, looking at yourself, your experiences, your traumas, with an omnipotent perspective without the attachments of the ego. And that is a very difficult thing to do. It is not something that you're going to be able to meditate on, do once, and then be healed from. It is a constant healing journey, because there are things that we would have forgotten, pushed to the wayside, that need to come up to be acknowledged. And that is very painful, because that reminds us of the hurt. It takes us back to a weak point where we were not strong enough. My love, horrible things have happened in all of our lives. And it's not right for any of us to compare our journey to anyone else's, because that's frankly irrelevant. Your journey will not be like your parents, will not be like your siblings, will not be like your partners. It may have overlapping and interconnected themes or paths, but it is your journey. And so your healing, your clearing, it is going to be a unique path, one that you must walk alone, and it will be a varying path that will take time. But my love, my Aries, to heal and be free of trauma is to break curses, to love yourself in a way that no one else can. And I genuinely pray you reach that point, because the trauma is only hurting you and worsening and hindering that beautiful life that you could have. So don't be afraid to walk away from something for the fear of lack that nothing will else come. When you release, you open the way for spirit to bring in something new, because they cannot fill your cup when it is at capacity. You must empty yourself to receive something new. And that is very difficult. I'm speaking from my own experience. But it is so very worth it. Have a beautiful day, my love.